Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Talking Reds on a very disappointing. I feel underwhelmed. I feel everything. I was angry yesterday. I've calmed down now, but we did lose the Carabao Cup Final yesterday to Newcastle 2-1. We didn't turn up until the last 10 minutes time. Um, I'm still sort of fuming, but now it's the aftermath. This is what I call it, the aftermath. 24 hours pretty much since. Chance to calm down, chance to analyze it a little bit better without a hot head. How are you feeling, mate? How are you feeling?
To be fair to you, know what? It's so crazy. I feel like people thought the people in the comment section will see this about it's just copium, but I actually been fine. The PSG game, I didn't really care too much about it. I was just like, okay, cool, whatever. We lost. It didn't bother me too much. I wasn't really paying attention too much about that. This hurt me a little bit more, but to be fair, I think when I look at the whole season as a whole, we've actually overachieved, massively
Yeah,
overachieved this
yeah.
season. So to even get to a Carabao final, to get to do how well we did in the Champions League, even though we got eliminated in like round of 16s. Um, yeah, and to be in a position we are in the league right now, where we're 12 points ahead of Arsenal, and yeah, we're on the verge of winning the league. It's it's more than I could ask for to begin to start with. I just wanted top four. I wanted top four and do well in the cups. That's it. But to us to be able to chance, to actually do what we have done this season is it's amazing. So I'm pretty okay to be fair.
I think it was more of the as a whole. That's what I'm saying. Doing 24 hours after and a bit after having to calm down, you can look at it the whole season and think it's not the worst thing in the world in terms of context.
Yeah.
In terms of the season, we came into the season top four. Well, third is a good achievement. Maybe good cup runs and good Champions League run, and that's
Mhm.
accepted. But because we've got that league, and I say pretty much sewn up, if we carry on playing like this, then we could drag ourselves back into a title race. But the league being pretty much sewn up, it's a mass. It's probably the best cushion blow
Yeah.
to come back on, and it doesn't take away from yesterday's performance and yesterday's. Just it was pathetic,
Yeah.
absolutely pathetic from minute one. 5 minutes left, 10 minutes left. We showed a little bit of urgency, and that's simply not good enough.
Mm.
Newcastle were a better team from minute one. They wanted it more. They showed more. They were more energy. And they deserved the win in the end of the day. And it is the same old every single season, Ham. And the difference is this season we are 12 points clear. But
Yeah.
it's the same old of the tiring of the team, the running into the ground, the lack of squad depth again that everyone
Mm.
calls out, but you can't call out because you're top of the league. You
Yeah.
can't seem to. And I've seen of it as a results like the PSG game yesterday. It's
Mm.
not I told you so sort of thing situation. What it is maybe games like this need to happen for people to wake up and say, look, we do need improvements.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it
Um.
goes into the summer now. It goes into summer now. Look,
Mhm.
we've got weaknesses there. Address them.
Yeah. Exactly. And I think this season, I have a lot of praise for Slot. A lot of praise for him because what he has been able to do, especially with the team that he's been given, it's amazing. Having no
Yeah.
transfer, no nothing like at all, not even the January transfer window, not even be able to spend anything, not able to buy any backup. Um, it's amazing. I think another reason why I feel like that game was kind of how it was, I think we did miss Trent a little bit because
Yeah.
that that threat from the right hand side to pink that ball behind, to play those diagonal passes and all that, it wasn't there. So Newcastle can kind of they were kind of free to play however they wanted to play because they knew that we didn't have a man that can pick out a pass like a Trent could, and so which allowed them to be more confident on the front foot, allowed them to be more confident when they were attacking us, and so I get that part. But this is where I kind of like have an issue with Slot. This is my issue with him going forward. He needs to learn how to use the squad much better. He needs to learn how to use, and I get it. Like as a new manager, you're coming in, you you want to build a stable foundation, and what he has built is a stable foundation. And what the little that he has seen of the other players is making him feel like I can't trust you to play these games. I can't trust you in these minutes. I can't trust you when it's hard. I get that completely, but I feel like this will be my advice to him if I ever had a chance to meet him. I'll be like, look, like A player can have one bad game, especially when they have not played for like 3, 4 games, and you expect them to come in and just perform like that. It doesn't work like that. They need a run of form, at least 10, 15 minutes every single game, just to keep that consistency of that match fitness up. So when they do get that chance to play them in a full 90 minutes, they're not rusty. They're not new to this. So that's the one criticism I have of him, that he hasn't used the squad to its best ability this season. And you can kind of see it. The players are kind of tired. They're kind of leggy. They don't really have the same energy that they had at the beginning of the season, or even in the middle of the season, to be fair. So that's the one thing I'll criticize him on. But apart from that, I think it shows that we need a left winger, because if Gakpo's not there, Diaz is not performing. And I don't know why we didn't go for Kvaratskhelia. We should have went for him. Generally, I feel like we should have went for him, but don't know why we didn't go for him. We need to get a left winger. We definitely need another left back, centre back as well, and midfield. Those are the 3 areas that I'll say. Obviously, striker. So that's
Mm.
basically 5 players I just named. 5 positions
Yeah.
that we need to improve on. Are we gonna do that? I don't know, but yeah, that's how I kind of look at it from this situation.
It's it's really frustrating. It's really frustrating because this was preventable again, and we're not expecting to win every game. We're not expecting to win every trophy. No
No.
one's really realistically going to win the quadruple ever because it's just too much. I think.
Yep.
I mean, we had the best chance a few years ago. We were a couple of games off it, but that's probably the best chance you're ever going to get. So we're not
Yep.
expecting to win every trophy. But what we need is Arne Slot's shown enough this season to fight on all fronts.
Mm.
And what's going to happen? This season we are kind of, I said it to Hooks today, we are kind of lucky that Arsenal and City have dropped off in a way, because if they didn't drop off and our tiredness started to hit in the league now, it's a different scenario. We might be
Yep.
still top, but that it wouldn't be a 12 points gap. It
No.
wouldn't be a 12 points gap, and we don't usually get away with that. We've seen it season after season after season. Same time of the season, the drop off comes, the tiredness comes in, and Slot clearly doesn't trust the players behind. And we get it. We get it with Slot in terms of not rotating a little bit more. We get it. Look, it's not a great squad depth. Not
No.
from what people think it is. It really is. It's really not. The drop off from like Gravenberch to Endo, for example. Endo does a brilliant job, but in terms of class, he can't rely on Endo a full 90 minutes. He will do certain jobs when he comes on, and he's been
Yeah.
brilliant when he has come on this season. But
Mm-hmm.
to win games like that, we need quality, absolute quality off the bench. And I'm annoyed. I'm annoyed in terms of 2 players really with Slot, and that's
Yeah.
the use of Harvey Elliott and Chiesa, because these two are very, very talented players.
Yeah.
Chiesa, yeah, didn't play well when he got a couple of games. He played well against. I'm trying to think who he played well against. He played well against 2 games, and then after that, he played poor in the cup. But yeah, Harvey Elliott has shown many times how good he is. In fact, last season he was one of our best players last season. And I
Yeah.
thought with Arne Slot playing the number 10, that's perfect chance to see Harvey Elliott a little bit more as a number 10. He came on and changed the game yesterday, Harvey Elliott. The only one that could find a pass, the only one that could find a creative pass in and around that area.
Mm-hmm.
He changed the game yesterday. Chiesa, brilliant finish from Chiesa. I'm
Yep.
hoping we see more of them, but is it too late to see more of them? Does Arne Slot just have his favourites and that's it? He just wants out with players. It's going to be a
Mm.
big summer in terms of outgoings, certainly, and incomings. It's all on FSG. It really
Yeah.
is, and it's setting up again. Fabrizio Romano coming out today. It's a busy summer. It's bollocks. It's absolute bollocks. There's no, we don't. It's the same. It's the same regurgitated story every single year, and people keep
Mm-hmm.
falling for it. I don't know. They must get gaslighted all the time. But yeah, yesterday's game, it was frustrating. They played better. They played better all game. They wanted it more. I don't know why McAllister was marking corners. I'm sort of spoken about that, saying it's like a zonal mark, and we have certain men. We only have three men man marking, and things like that. It's like, but
Yeah.
still, the 3 times Dan Burn got the ball from
Mm-hmm.
a cross or a corner, so you change it up. As a manager, that's Arne Slot likes to change things up. He likes to change tactically. You see that first line and say, "I can't have that anymore. I can't have Alex McAllister on Dan Burn. It's
Mm-hmm.
dangerous." and it backfired. I mean, the whole game was just pathetic. We didn't have a shot. There were one shot in first half. We had a shot
Yeah.
after like 40 minutes or something. It was ridiculous,
Mm.
absolutely ridiculous. Arne Slot needs to do better in terms of games like that. But I think it just exposed a lot that was not physical in the midfield. Absolutely no
Yeah.
physicality in the midfield. But Gravenberch and Newcastle can make tackles, but not physical. They're not physical. They're not in games like that. We need physicality. Joe Linton and Guimara should just to now put the bodies around the pitch, and they won that midfield battle.
Mm-hmm.
And once you win a midfield battle, you've got a very good chance of winning the game. And that's
Yeah.
exactly what happened yesterday.
Yep. 100%. And I think that's the problem that we have. I think, um, you see, this is where the issue comes in with Liverpool. Yeah, is we know the players that we need to go get in that midfield. About Kola, for example, in Brighton,
A Beleva,
he,
you mean?
Baleva, that's it. My sorry, yeah, he would be such a perfect signing in that midfield because he has the strength, the technique, and the pace, and you can clearly see he does have an eye for pass, even though his pass is not great, but it's good enough for the position that he's going to be playing. It will be perfect. But the problem is now is if you go to Brighton and say to him, "We want this guy. How much are you selling him for?" You know, Brighton, 100 mil, 100 mil. That's what you're gonna. That's the price tag they're gonna stick onto this player because I feel like Brighton are probably looking at Liverpool like if you come try and get any of our players again, we're gonna charge you because what you did with McAllister, it was McAllister should not have gone for 35 mil. Let's be honest, he should not have gone for 35 mil. Brighton wanted to get at least 60, 80 to 100 mil for McAllister, but because of the thing that we found out in the contract where there was a release clause or something like that, we could get it for cheap. I guarantee they're not making that mistake again. So if we try to go in for any of the players, we're getting fleeced. Let's be honest. Let's go for Isak. He's not going for less than 100 mil. Let's be honest. He is
No,
not going for less than 100 mil. So far, let's just say, for example, if we were going to go for those two players, that's close to 200 mil that we have to spend on. That's just two players, and that's for two positions. Yes, you can say the pay structures, how we're going to pay the structure. We can structure the payment differently. It can still be less, but still, you'll be looking at least 160 mil for those two players, at least. And then you go say to yourself, okay, cool. Now I need a left back. That's another 50 mil. I need a centre back. Depending on which who you want to get, that's probably another 30, 40 mil. And then a left winger now. Lord knows. Or apparently we're linked to that left winger from Dortmund. I can't remember his name. British young guy. What's his name?
oh, I know you're about Gittins, Byron Gittins.
That's it. Apparently we like him. That he's not going for less than 80 mil. Like
Yeah,
let's be on. So what? And I know Edwards can work his magic, but there's times like this where I just wonder, like, why couldn't we just like invest a little bit more in the summer? Yes, you
yeah,
want to
that's what I'm
keep him
saying.
in.
If we did a little bit more last summer, we wouldn't have
Yeah,
had to do so much this summer. That's the frustrating thing.
it's just would have been so much easier for us if we invested on
Yeah,
the left
yeah,
back and the centre back. Then we'll just say, okay, perfect. We got those two areas
yeah,
covered. We don't have to worry about that now. All we have to worry about is midfield, a left winger, and a striker. That's three players. That is more than doable for Liverpool. More than
yeah.
doable. But we left ourselves in a position where we have to try and bulk up in five positions because you got to remember Jota's definitely going to be gone, Nunes is going to be gone, so we got to replace two strikers. We can't. Yeah, Isak is going to be great, but you know how he is with his injuries, so we're going to need another attacker behind him. So that's two attackers already. Left wing, we need to get someone with quality because I know if we do get that guy from Dortmund, he can play behind Gakpo, gives him a chance to adapt and a
Yeah.
chance to get used to the league as well. So that's fine. Left back, we know either Simicast or Robertson's going, and whoever comes in there, so that's fine. That's only one player. And centre back as well, we need another player. And let's
And
just say
that's without Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent possibly not going.
exactly. So I don't know where Liverpool's going. This is why when people are getting excited about the summer, I'm like, listen, you need to understand, yeah, these guys are still have not signed the contract. So we got to sort that out first. And that's going to take money out of the wages. That's going to take money out of the transfer that we're going to have. And then you got to go out there and convince some of these players to come to us. And then these, and they're top players that you're going to go try and get from these clubs. Newcastle's not going to sell Isak for cheap. Bournemouth is not going to tell, what's his name?
Kirkes, yeah.
Kirk for cheap,
Not got him.
And if you're gonna go to Dortmund, they're not gonna sell the guy for cheap either. So you're putting yourself in such a difficult position. It's just I don't know, man. I really don't know. So let's just see. Like I said, my hope is not really high for this summer. I've learned how to kind of dim down my expectation because of the whole Caicedo saga, Drew Bellingham saga, the whole bloody Tchouaméni saga. I could just go on and on about the amount of players we could have gone and got, but there's no point.
And this is the frustrating thing. In like we got everyone's happy with that. We went a summer transfer window without buying anyone. But what you're doing there is you're not relying on one summer again to fix your problems.
Yeah.
This is what happened with the midfield. We went 2, 3, 4 years without getting them. We went a few years without getting a midfielder.
Yep.
And then a summer came along, and all our midfielders just left because they're all either done or they were just sort on, or the contracts have run out.
Yep.
And we ended up having to get a whole midfield in one summer. It sort of worked in a way. We still haven't fully addressed the midfield fully. We still got them 4 players, brilliant signings, but we still haven't got a full squad depth in terms of midfield. But we shouldn't have to rely on one summer to get a whole midfield. We went years without it and watched our midfield crumble. And it's going to happen again, and it's going to happen when we get a striker. It's going to happen with the forwards. It's going to happen with the defenders. If Van Dijk, Salah, and Trent go, mate, it's I don't even want to say it. I want to celebrate the season. I am celebrating the season. I'm enjoying what's going on. But you got to talk about the situation that we're going to be in summer. If them 3 go, we're fucked. We're fucked.
Well, listen, honestly, if those 3 guys go, those signings that we think we're gonna get, we're not gonna get them, because at the end of the day, they're gonna look at that. They're gonna be like, "Why am I coming to this team when you've lost all your great players, all these positions?" And let's just say, for example, I become a legend in this club. Is this how you're gonna treat me as well? Yeah, I'm coming. So all of these things is not a good thing. Yeah, it's not highlighting to say this is a great club to come to because we'll look after you, because we'll treat you well. No, because you let 3 of your legends go and 3 of your most important players go because you don't want to pay them. Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's not going to look good, and these players are going to come in like, hold on a second. I'm coming to a team where the intro plays Van Dijk. That's not going to be possible. I'm not going to have someone like Salah that's going to take the attention away from me. Let's say for Isak, he's looking at, okay, if I come to Liverpool and Salah's there, that's going to give me more space because they have to worry about me and him. And I got Gakpo on the left as well. Okay, perfect.
And there's less pressure on him as well to score goals.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So he's looking at that. And then let's say Kirkes does come. He's thinking, oh, I got Van Dijk right there. So I can kind of take a risk there and I know I'm good. But let's say these guys are gone now. They'll be like, hold on a second, wait. So hold on. You're telling me this whole left side, I have to get used to this new defender, new centre-back that you're getting. That is not as good as Van Dijk. I'm just coming to this team. I don't know about that. And then Isak's thinking, hold on a second, you're relying on me to score all the goals, and it's because Salah's not there. It's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. But
it'll be the biggest own goal ever, honestly. Yeah. And there'll be fans in this fan base that'll accept it. That's the worst thing. I can't get my head around that. But yeah, yesterday. I think yesterday and PSG game alone, it's been a disappointing week. I'm fuming that we're out of the competitions. I'm fuming that we lost the Carabao Cup Final. I think just the way we did it yesterday, it was just pathetic. The whole game was pathetic, tiredness. Yep. But it's the same old in terms of that. We're going to go win a league title, make it 20 titles. I mean, if this wasn't Arsenal chasing us, right, I'd be scared of dropping back into a title race. I really would, because Arsenal might be taking advantage. But if Arsenal somehow get some mentality from somewhere, or start picking some results up, and we keep playing like this, we could easily find ourselves in the title race. But I don't think that'll happen. I'm going to put that out there now. I've already celebrated the title win. I've already put it out there in the universe that we're champions. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll have egg on my face if we're not. Yeah. However, if we keep playing like this, then that 12-point league, I think that 12-point league is one of the title. If I'm honest, if we were any closer and we're playing like this, it's going to be a big trouble. But Yeah, I'm definitely going to celebrate the rest of the season. It's been a successful season.
Yep.
If we win the Premier League, it's going to be a successful season. No one was expecting to win the league. But if we
Yep.
lose the league and come second, it's not good. Even though no one was expecting to win the league or expecting to win trophies, if we lose the league and come second at this point, using context, then
Yeah.
that is an absolute disaster,
Yeah.
regardless of what we
Definitely.
thought at the beginning of the season. But
We
yeah,
can't allow Arsenal to win the league. I'm sorry. I would actually turn over in my grave if we let Arsenal win this league. I'm sorry. I can't have us, and especially remember I live in London, so I'm surrounded by all these Arsenal fans. I cannot have this team win the league. They will be unbearable the whole summer having to hear and deal with these Arsenal fans. It would be unbearable. So we cannot allow this to happen. For the good of football and for the good of my sanity, we cannot allow this to happen. Let me just be honest. Let me just put it out there. We cannot allow this to happen. But this is where I feel like we won't. The players get 2 weeks off now. Well, some of them go international duty, but they get 2 weeks off now. They ain't got to be around the club. They can get their mind away from the Premier League. They can get their mind away from Liverpool. They can get their mind away from the PSG loss, the Newcastle loss, and actually just play for the international team. And I feel like when they come back, they'll have a rejuvenated mind to be like, okay, cool. You know what? We lost this, but
let's finish the
now we
job.
got let's finish this job off and make sure that we do not stumble. And I think we have the mentality to do that, and we have the players to kind of galvanize the squad again. And the manager, I believe that he will go out there, have a think, and we tweak a couple of things here and there, and I think we'll be fine. Is now my issue will only be is we win the league. What do we do in the summertime, man? That is where I'm gonna start worrying a little bit because I'm just looking at it. I'm like, we know Man City is gonna come back. Actually, I don't even think Man City will come back. I think Man City is gonna take them at least one more season for them to get back to themselves. I think next season, if we do what we need to do in the transfer window, we can retain this title. That's me being honest with you. We
Yeah,
can retain this title.
definitely. Yeah.
They can definitely retain because Pep is not in his right mind. He's going through a divorce. It's not going to be good. They got a bunch of players they need to replace themselves as well. So they're going through a whole rebuild. So if Liverpool do what they need to do in this transfer window, we can be 2-3 steps ahead of City going into next season and the season before that.
Yep.
Arsenal's going to strengthen, but I still feel like they still don't know how to cross the line. That's the one thing that holds Arsenal back
Yeah,
is
yeah,
that
it's
they
a
don't have a
mentality.
manager.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
yeah,
mentality thing. So I'll be looking at them, worried about them, but I won't be too worried about them if we do what we need to do in the summer.
yeah. That's
That's
it. Yeah.
literally it. So, and Chelsea's gonna be there as well because they're gonna throw a bunch of money into their team, so they're gonna be there.
And if
Who
we
else is
don't,
there?
though, mate, if we don't, where do you? If we
Top
don't
four.
do what we need to do in transfer window, if we don't, say if we lose Salah, Van Dijk, Trent, and we don't
Yeah.
address situations, where
Hmm.
does that leave us?
Fighting for top four again. Yeah,
That's how
that's
easy.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
and
it.
that's simply
Literally.
not good enough.
Yeah, we're not because we can't do what we did with we can't do what Arne Slot what we did to Klopp, which was leave him short the season that he won the league, and then going into the next season, you see that Van Dijk is down, you see that Matip was down, you see that Gomez was down. This guy was literally playing in two midfielders in centre back, and you didn't go out there and address that situation because I feel like a lot of people forget that season we could have won the league again.
We're top of the
Because
league.
we
We're top of the
were
league.
top of the league. I don't get it. People don't understand. We were top of the league. We could have won it again if the owners and the board decided, you know what, we cannot this cannot stand. Let's go out there
Yeah,
and get
yeah.
what we need. But we didn't do that. So I'm just praying, man. I'm praying that the ownership actually just says, you know what, Edwards, Richard Hughes, go out there. You have a bunch of money because let's be honest. When was the last time we bought actually spent a lot of money? And you can't use last season because last season it was all release clause, so it was not a lot of money spent if you really think about it. We barely spent any money last season. The season before that, we barely spent any money. This summer, we didn't spend any money. So I can honestly say that we can be sitting in the bank. It should be at least close to 300 mil sitting in the bank, not been touched.
That
This
war
is me
chest.
guessing. Yeah, war chest. I'm guessing. This is me guessing. So if you guys in the comment section don't come after me, I'm not saying this is what it is. I'm just guessing from what I've seen for the last couple of summers. We haven't spent anything. Where did that money from the Casado go that we bid for him? Where did that money go?
The mystery
That's
of all mysteries.
110 mil. You know what I mean? Like it's just
That is the mystery of all
baffles
mysteries. That one.
it baffles me. Like I don't get it. Like where did that money go? Did it just disappear? Where did it go? It must be still be there. Like where did it go? And Liverpool definitely this revenue this season definitely made a lot of money from ticket sales, shirts, all of these. We made a lot of money, so we can justify spending 300 mil.
Yeah.
We're the one club that I feel like in the Premier League can justify spending 300 mil because we barely spend. Let's be honest,
Yeah. Yeah.
we can justify that. So
And we probably
and
don't
we
even
still
need that
make
though.
good
That's
money.
the thing. We probably don't even need that. I mean, we'll get a lot of money from if we sell Nunes, Diaz. We'll probably get a lot of money from them. So you'll
See
get
what I'm
most of your
saying?
money back anyway.
Yeah. So it's, I don't know, man. I don't know. Like I'm just praying that the ownership actually gives them a substantial budget. Be like, okay, this is how much you have to spend on
Yeah.
players, and go out there and just do your job because
Yeah.
Richard Hughes, you know, Richard Hughes will do his job. We know that Michael Edwards will do
Yeah.
his job.
Yeah.
Is just down to do the ownership actually, allow them
Are
to.
serious about winning? It's put up or shut up for me this season, this summer now. Are you serious
Mhm.
about winning FSG? Or are you
Yeah.
just serious about just making money? What are you serious about here?
Yeah, but
That's the question.
when they win, if the club wins and the club is successful, they make money.
Yeah.
I don't get where this. If you want to make money, if you want to make money, make sure the club is good in a position where they can win trophies,
Yeah.
they can compete and get far in the latter stages of big competitions. That brings in revenue and that brings in more eyes. That brings more eyes to the club. Even though Liverpool's a massive club anyway, but it brings more eyes to the club. Success brings more people. Man City, do you think they would have never had the fan base that they have now, even though it's not massive, but they would have never had it if they were still playing the way they were back in 2009. They
Yeah.
would have never had it. But because of the success, because of what they kept winning, winning and winning and winning and winning, and that increased their fan base. Now imagine if Liverpool did that. We'll be bigger than Man United. Because that's how Man United got so massive. The run that went from when Fergie came in until he left, that run was just so good that it made him so famous. And the players they brought in as well, the marketing, everything like that, it was all because of the success. So if FSG wants money, you got to look at that and be like, okay, we need to do that. If we follow that model, we'll bring in this much money. That wouldn't be a worry, the money coming in because the club is successful. So I don't know, man. I
There's
feel
a
like
chance there to
sometimes,
build on obviously the Premier League win this season. There's a big
yeah,
chance to build on that. And what FSG haven't done is they've done the bare minimum to build on anything in the past. You've seen with Jurgen Klopp, he had a chance to build on the Champions League and Premier League win. Didn't do that. Did bare minimum. Watched our team crumble. Watched our team throw seasons away. We watched our midfield crumble. Watched our defence crumble in front of our eyes, and you couldn't say anything. And Arne Slot's come in, got the brilliant appointment again in Arne Slot.
hmm
The appointment of the manager has been absolutely fantastic. Uh, but they're not giving the managers enough to go every single season,
yeah,
and we're going to see again next season if we don't have the summer that we need, and we don't get these contracts signed, then we could be in big trouble. It's as simple as that. People won't like to hear it because we're top of the league. People like to
yeah,
do that, la 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 la. But they didn't listen to us when we told them when we were crumbling and watch our team crumble, and our watchers drop to Europa League in a few seasons after winning the Premier League. They didn't listen to us
yeah,
then. So it's
no,
about time they pick up their ideas, put the bias aside, put the delusions aside, and start listening because
yeah,
they could see us in big trouble this season. But yeah, it was a disappointing game yesterday. The season's not over. Obviously, we've got a Premier League to win. Hopefully, I think the international breaks come at the right time
yeah,
because the way we
perfect
feel after
time,
two losses,
perfect time.
we need the break away from the club. Maybe resettle, charge your batteries, come back, and hopefully we can make it number 20 when they come back. But it's a big 9 games left of the Premier League season. Thank you
Is
for
there
watching.
nine
Make
or
sure you do
eight?
like a 9, I think. 29 games. Yeah, 9 games left.
Okay, and we
Yeah.
need,
So
and to be fair, we need to win 6 out of 9 games, and if
I
providing
think it's
Arsenal win
five.
something
I think it's
points.
5. I think it's 5 wins we need.
Okay.
out of 9. But we have got
Right.
some difficult pitches coming up, which is not good. It's just can Arsenal take advantage if we do drop points? That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's the only difference. Thank you for watching. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe to the channel, it would help us out massively if you just like the video and subscribe to the channel as well. We will get content out every single day, hopefully. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, and hopefully have a great international break. A rest that we certainly need. Thank you for watching. Have a great week, guys.